先生们，大家好。2020中加 VR 科技高峰论坛于蒙特利尔时间11月27日晚8点，北京时间11月28日早9点，同时启动了。欢迎大家来到2020中加 VR 科技高峰论坛的网上现场。本论坛由中加艺术科技联盟、沙之河沉浸影像节、北京星汉云图文化科技有限公司、中国金田影视产业园、中国科技文化传播产业创新平台、中加国际电影节联合主办。本次 VR 分会除了在Zoom幕直播间可以观看外，还为观众提供了线上直播展示平台，分为国内和海外2个通道。该直播平台由全景盒子独家提供，感谢全景盒子的大力支持。
Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, the 2020 China-Canada VR Technology Summit has launched at the 8 p.m. on November 27th Montreal time and 9 a.m. on November 28th Beijing time. Welcome to the online forum of the 2020 China-Canada VR Technology Summit. This forum is organized by Canada-China ArtTech, Sandbox Immersive Festival, Beijing Sino-Star Cultural Technology Company, China Science and Culture Communication Industry Innovative Platform, Jintian Film Industrial Park, Canada-China International Film Festival. In addition to Zoom live broadcasting, this VR Summit also provides an online live show platform with both domestic and overseas channels. This live broadcast platform is exclusively provided by Sandbox. Thanks for your strong support.
疫情挡不住我们前行的步伐。延续9月19日的中加娱乐科技高峰论坛，我们今天举办中加 VR 科技高峰论坛。本次活动旨在组织搭建北美地区核心娱乐科技企业与中方科技企业及设备厂商商业项目对接平台，深入探讨 VR 与数字多媒体娱乐高科技技术现状和发展趋势，带动加拿大知名 VR 与多媒体娱乐科技公司与中国文化科技产业市场核心交流，进而形成国际合作机制，共同推动中加影视文化科技技术交流与发展。让我们共同聆听专家的声音。
The epidemic cannot prevent us from moving forward. To continue the spirit of the China-Canada Entertainment Technology Summit Forum on September 19th, we hold the China-Canada VR Technology Summit Forum this time. The goal of this summit is to establish a business platform for in-depth discussion between the key VR and entertainment technology enterprises in North America and Chinese technology companies and equipment providers. The agenda of the event is for Canada-China companies and marketers to discuss the current situation of VR and digital multimedia entertainment technology and its future trends. The event aims to foster the international cooperation system and push the growth of film and TV productions and technology development in both China and Canada. Now, let's listen to the voices of the pioneers in this particular field.
下面我们开始嘉宾演讲环节。本论坛特别邀请了10位相关领域的专家，他们将围绕虚拟现实科技主题分享经验，探讨未来，为 VR 科技产业的发展及国内外相关机构的交流与合作出谋划策。
In this summit, we have specially invited 10 leading experts in related fields. They will share their experience and discuss the future revolving the theme of VR technology and shed light on the development of VR technology industry and the cooperation among relative institutions at home and abroad.
首先，我来介绍一下今天到场的演讲嘉宾，他们按出场顺序是中科院自动化所正研究员、中国科技文化传播产业创新平台执行副理事长兼秘书长葛水英女士， NetWeb Labs 技术总监 Sammy Lomet 先生， Sandman Studios 创始人，沙之河沉降影像节代表 娄延熙先生，韩国汉阳大学助理教授 Kim-Bom Kim 先生，资深电影制片人王玉先生， OVA 创始人兼 CEO Harold Domer 先生，中国金田影视智慧传媒产业园总经理杨峰先生， Summit 公司首席流程官 Ron Nassim 先生，北京新汉云图科技有限公司创始人兼 CEO 人工智能产业创新发展联盟发起人何伟先生，加拿大康考迪亚大学 M-Dream 实验室研究员主管福亮先生。感谢各位嘉宾的光临。我是中国科技文化传播产业创新平台常务秘书长刘青莲，非常高兴能主持今天的会议。
First of all, please let me introduce the guest speakers today in the order of appearances. They are Ms. Ge Shuiying, Researcher Fellow at the Institute of Automation, Chinese Academy of Science, Executive Vice Chairwoman and Secretary General of the Innovation Platform of China's Science, Technology, and Cultural Communication Industry. Mr. Sami Lamoudi, Technical Director of Newweb Labs. Mr. Lou Yanxi, founder of Sandman Studio and representative of Sandbox Immersive Festival. Mr. Kim-Bom Kim, Assistant Professor of Hanyang University, South Korea. Mr. Wang Yu, Senior Film Producer. Mr. Harold Dumer, Founder and CEO of OVA. Mr. Yang Feng, President of China Jintian Film and Television Smart Media Industrial Park. Mr. Ron Nassim, Chief Process Officer of Summit Company. Mr. He Wei, Founder and CEO of Beijing Sino-Star Culture Technology Company. Mr. Fu Liang, Research Director of M-Dreams Labs, University of Concordia, Canada. Welcome all of you. I am Liu Qinglian, Executive Deputy Secretary General of China's Technology and Cultural Communication Industry Innovative Platform. I am very happy to preside over today's meeting.
下面我首先介绍第一位演讲嘉宾，他是位科学家，也是位艺术家。他从2000年开始从事虚拟视觉、虚拟现实及多媒体领域的研究工作，导演了多部影视及传媒体的多媒体作品。作品呢曾荣获华表奖、星光奖、美猴奖、莫比斯多媒体国际大奖等，还有中加国际电影节最佳科技奖等国内外多项奖项。主导创作了2019世园会奇幻光影森林和智慧文旅平台等优秀示范项目，并广获赞誉。下面有请中科院自动化所正研究员、中国科技文化传播产业创新平台执行副理事长兼秘书长葛水英女士做精彩演讲。
First, please let me introduce the first guest speaker today. She is a scientist as well as an artist. She has been engaged in virtual version, virtual reality, and multimedia research since 2000. She has directed many film and television multimedia works, and her works has won the Huabiao Award, Starlight Award, Monkey Award, Malvis Multimedia International Award, China Canada International Film Festival Best Technology Award, and many other domestic and foreign awards. She led the creation of excellent demonstration projects such as Fantasy Light and Shadow Forest and Intelligent Cultural Tourism Platform of the 2019 World Horticultural Exposition, and has won wide praise. Now let's welcome Ms. Ge Shuiying to give her speech.
大家好，我是葛水英。今天我与大家分享的题目是 VR 电影的叙事与应用拓展。那么 VR 技术随着 5G 的到来，必将成为下一代的互联网。对于用户的体验能够带来很丰富的用户体验，以及在生活当中提供更为丰富的应用。所以我就从这2个角度，就以前我们做的2个案例与大家做一下分享。这个呢是我们在16年的时候做的一部 VR 的短片电影，叫《点亮家园》。这个当时我们在是希望 以 VR 的形式来呈现电影的价值，就是用户能够通过一部作品，然后能够有主题、有内容、有浏览的这样一个过程哈。但是在创作过程当中，我们就发现，VR 诞生之后，电影从第一个火车来的这个镜头开始，就有了完全不一样的变化。比如说，编剧的方式不同了，因为用户不是客观的浏览内容，而是用户就在现场，就在事发地，所以编剧的方式不同了，镜头的调度也不同了。这个没办法蒙太奇的语言方式来组接故事啊。那么拍摄的手法、方法、使用的工具也不同了，包括演员角色的表演也都会不一样。就是你这个出画入画，原来传统镜头所想表达的这个叙事方式，演员的站位都全都有了完全不一样的这个呈现，因为用户就在现场。那么更为突出的是，如果观众就在现场的话，他就等于参与了故事当中，参与到了故事当中。那么交互是必然会涉及到的这个创作形式，所以我们看从这个火车来了，这个无声没有情节的电影，然后一直到阿凡达这个立体电影能够给大家带来的冲击力，还都是以客观浏览为体现形式。那么 VR 一旦这个 VR 的影视能够这个产业一旦能够走上轨道，那么给用户的将是完全不一样的体验，那么给这个行业与产业带来的也是翻天覆地的变化。当这些创作语言和生产方式和表演方式，视觉的规律、创作的规律，甚至声音这些都不同的时候，从业人员这个相关的人才培养的方向，甚至这些创作的体系课程的建立，都要重新来过。所以呢，我觉得 VR 给这个影视创作方向将会带来非常大的变化，这个是全方位的大规模的变化啊，所以我觉得这个电影是我们现在重点去考虑如何让用户参与其中，如何与创作结合的一个方向。那我们再看看应用。电影是一个案例，那么应用呢是另外一个方向，就是它会在大众生活的方方面面。这个案例呢是我们在19年世园会上，用 VR 的方式面向文旅展陈的应用方向。当时因为这个布展呢要涉及很大的工作量啊，所以呢我们把这个布展呢 VR 化了啊。这个全国大概30几个省，100个左右参展国家，大部分呢用了 VR 的方式来布展，这样能够节约会前的布展成本。那么在会中的时候呢，我们通过一些实物的采集，然后呢把这个全景 VR 的这个会展现场搬到了线上，能够在会展中把世园的展览留在现场啊，这是2种应用。同时呢，第3种应用呢，我们用VR 的方式能够让游客参与到展览中来。他们比如说，他们可以参与设计，就是我希望这片地方种的不是郁金香，而种的是薰衣草，那他可以通过 VR 的方式来改变它，来参与到这个世园会的展览中，而且 在家里面戴上头盔，能够走进世园会，参与世园会，这个是当时我们这个来实现以 VR 虚拟沙盘的方式来实现面向用户的几个体验的方向啊，包括刚刚看到视频里能够看到像这个风格化的世园会，实景有一个实际建好的世园会，这个是现实生活中他可以看得到的。但如果在家里在 VR 的空间里，他可以选择他喜欢的不同风格的世园会啊。那么这个 VR 的虚拟沙盘，当时我们给它定义的叫虚拟沙盘的应用，是面向展前、展中、展后的这个贯穿世园会展览全线程的这样按时间线索做的支撑。那么同时呢，我们又面向游客体验来解决到现场的游客他会怎么样来体验世园。那么在家不来现场，在家看世园的用户，他能够有哪些浏览到世园、游览到世园、参与到世园，而且呢能够有体验感的这个设计啊。那么这个是在展览、展陈以及在文旅当中的应用。所以呢，这个刚刚我也在说，就是我觉得 VR 能够给我们带来的这个变化非常大，不管是在我们作为从业者，在产业链条上的变化，还是在我们作为一个普通用户在体验上的变化，都会给我们带来就是全方位的啊。现在我觉得这个规模是非常大，我们也在做一些尝试跟探索，就是啊。当然现在随着国内的5G 这个落地的速度非常快啊，那现在当 VR 可以进家庭的时候，我觉得它的应用就应该已经方方面面的应用就可以在轨道上了啊。那么我们是在这个像创作上、生产上，包括设计上的规律，我们也在自己来沉淀和打造它的应用平台啊，包括线上的面向文旅的这个体验平台，我们也在这个开发打造过程中吧啊。然后呢，包括可能涉及到了刚刚说的可以交互的这些形式，因为今天论坛应该都是我们业内的，这些就都很熟悉了哈。我就不展开讲了。我今天与大家分享的是2个类型的案例。那么我觉得可以涉及的应用面非常的广阔，包括我们现在在研究所也在启动 VR 与医疗的结合的这个应用啊。所以今天呢，我就是在创作来做一些简单的分享吧啊。我今天就讲这些，谢谢大家。
Translator, Qiqi, I think you're muted.
Sorry. Now, please allow me to briefly summarize Ms. Ge's speech. On the creation and application of VR, Ms. Goshi-Ing shared her VR short interactive film, Lighting Home, and VR virtual sand table project of 2019 Beijing World Horticulture Exposition. With the advent of 5G era, she believes VR will bring us a new experience and a new world. Thank you.
Since I start to talk, maybe I will speak a few more things. So thank you so much, everyone. My name is Miao Song. I'm the founder of this organization. I'm so happy to see our honored guest here. And also, just to let everyone know, this is the second time we are doing this online event. Usually only during the festival like regular festival time in September, we will host this entertainment technology event. Since this year, the COVID-19, and actually we start to move the summit online. We did one in September, was pretty good, and audience liked it, and the guests felt connected. And then we decided to do second one, which is today. Then again, every time we do the event, we try to do something new, just to let everyone know. Today we are also live stream, so it's our first time live stream. And also I would like to share a little bit about where we are, so you also know not only you are here in this room, but also there are audience actually from China, also from North America as well. And here is our website. If you go YouTube, you can go YouTube stream, or you can go this Pansin. Actually, Mr. Wang, his company provide us. So we just test this out in the last few days. So the interface look like this. So that's a speaker. That's our speaker. I think it's good to show you. That's a pretty cool and very nice as well. So that's, you know, the virtual room. So if you go here, we'll go directly to YouTube. If you go here, I think it's a Chinese platform like a Huya. So really appreciate this special help from the Mr. Yang's company. I will quickly say this in Chinese as well, because we have a Chinese like an audience in China. Also, our team supervisor, the YouTube, said that there are audience. If they ask any questions, they will also bring here to our guest if you would like to answer at the end of the panel. 我们也挺荣幸的啊，就是给我们的中国的观众和讲中文的观众，这是我们第2次做这个线上活动，所以呢，你也可以看到这个直播平台。所以除了我们在 Zoom 的这些嘉宾观众之外呢，也同时直播到国内和这个 YouTube。我们非常感谢这个王玉总，这个前景盒子公司对我们的这个大力支持。好了。So I will give back the floor to our translator in the house. Thank you, everyone.
感谢那个前面葛水英老师的精彩演讲，感谢宋淼主席，给我们大家的一个分享。然后第2位演讲嘉宾呢是来自 NetWeb Labs 实验室的技术总监，Sami Lamusa 先生，他是一位多学科的数码艺术家、设计师和艺术专家。萨米毕业于加拿大蒙特利尔的 NED 数字艺术动画设计学院，参与了许多建筑、投影、沉浸式装置、天文馆等项目。他曾拍摄过电影《银翼杀手2048》、《外星人圣约》等作品。下面有请萨米拉穆萨先生为我们分享。
Thanks, Ms. Ge, for your excellent speech, and Ms. Song for your thorough introduction. And the next speaker is Sami Lamoudi. He's the multidisciplinary digital artist, designer, and technologist. Graduated from Next School of Digital Arts, Animation, and Design in Montreal, Canada. Since then, he worked on numerous projects from architectural projections, immersive installation, planetarium to hologram around the world. He worked on movies, VFX, like Blade Runner 2048, Alien, Covenant, etc. Sami currently is the technical director at New Web Labs in Montreal, responsible for virtual production, real-time renders, and interactive characters. Now let's welcome Sami to share with us.
Hello, thank you everyone. Thank you for having me. A special thank to Miao. So as you said, I have a background in visual effects and 3D animation. So before doing live stuff, I was working more in traditional movies, well, traditional with visual effects. And then I was more attracted by everything that used game engines, everything that used live. So how can we use this 3D animation but live with interactions? Well, I named my presentation Virtual is the New Normal because at New Web Labs, we are a new media company. We do like from holograms to virtual characters to AI. So we are doing a lot of events all around the world. And when COVID-19 hit, we need to shift everything. So no more events. Our events were like mostly holograms. Let me show you one project we did last year. With it was here in Montreal. So the project was like augmented reality without glasses, so more like holograms. And we used like holographic screens in the woods, and we used like projections on on water, a fountain, and etc. So this was a Chinese cultural project we did here in Montreal last summer, and we used like the animals, and this is projection on you see on a lake. So there was like a huge projector with the holograms and everything in the woods, so we can create an immersive experience for the audience without having them to wear a helmet or to wear glasses or anything. So that was really important for us to make like collective experience for many people at the same time that are like watching an immersive art. So yeah, this is a 3D also 3D screen without glasses. So there was you can see like a 3D screen without glasses. So yeah. So the main thing I want to talk about today is virtual production for movies and for TV. So we did this shift and we started thinking how we could use game engines to do VFX in real time. Like we use Unreal Engine, and so we use Unreal Engine to have like a setup in a set with all the environment that is really on set. So what the camera sees is what you have. It's like replacing green screen. Okay. So we don't use green screen, we use LED panels, and all the environment is made in Unreal, so everything is in real time. And we use motion tracking, so we know exactly where is the camera and what lens we have. So when we move the camera, the perspective changes with the movement of the camera. So it's like we have someone on set, what the camera films is what you get. There is no VFX after that, and we can do different stuff that is really important for a director. Like for example, we can change the light on set and have all the reflections on set because we have this LED screen that is all around the person. I'm gonna show you something, some pictures of the setup. So this is the LED screen. Like you have the ceiling, it's like the sky, and you have the environment. And when you move and you see here in the camera, there is like trackers here on the camera. So we know exactly where the camera is. So the 3D camera and the game engine is the same. When we move it, everything moves. And this gives us like a lot of flexibility. Like when we shoot, if like we shoot something, no need to send it to the editing. We can right away send it to the VFX, and it's basically ready. So this is also a set. We're here. It's like how we can use the setup. This was with the LED screen, but we have also the solutions to do it with the green screens, traditional green screens. So let's say a studio use green screen, but they want to have a pre-visualization live on set, like the director want to see where the characters are. Maybe there is new stuff that they want to use. I don't know, for example, robots. We like to give this example, or dinosaurs or anything. They you can see them on set. This like we can show an example where it's a catwalk basically. Yeah, Zero Density is one of our partners. Like here, for example, they're using a virtual production to make the runway, but you're gonna see there is nothing. Like everything is just green screen, and everything is composite live. So there's live compositing, live VFX happening on real time, but in reality there is nothing. Everything is in green screen. So let me close this. Okay, so the next one is, yeah, we use a lot of, we create a lot of characters that are driven by real humans or by what we call virtual humans, because we use two techniques, AI to drive these characters. That these characters, you can see them like through in your phone, in your screen, in social media, but also in holograms. And they're the most popular are driven by real actors. So there is an actor and there is a real-time motion capture, like you can see here. So the movement that the actor is doing in, like, it's say in a room or maybe in another place online, and he's controlling. So there is no limit compared to what AI offered to us today. We also have AI things, but it doesn't react. It has its limitations, while real actor, they don't have any limitation. So we try to add these actors to the pipeline of virtual production. I think I'm running out of time. So this kind of characters we created recently, and they live in like apps, shows, TV shows, or online. And maybe you can see how the this is an example of what we talking head. They're like humanly driven characters. Here's 30-second video. So there is someone who is controlling the character live, and this can be useful for events, but can also be useful for like on set. There is, let's say, for a movie, the virtual character that we want to see behaving in some way or acting. We can see it right away, because, and it's driven by a real actor that can be on location or out of location. So what we're trying to do is like we're trying to merge all these technologies to use them for studios or producers or filmmakers that want to use all these technologies to make the movies on set. Like it can be holograms, can be LED screens, and it can be virtual characters, green screens. Here, for example, in the picture, this is a hologram. It was just like a dinner, and we use like all the characters, and the pianists were holograms. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for. Thank you.
机器。
哦，这个没有 summary。
我看也还有陆续来进到我们Zoom 会议现场的那个观众，我们也分两个，目前今年呢还有一个直播的平台，两个平台呢同时播放。然后我们的直播平台和我们的这个线上平台呢是由我们全景盒子独家提供，非常感谢。还是请我们琪琪来做刚才的 summary 啊。没有，感谢那个 Simon Lomty 先生的精彩演讲。下一位演讲嘉宾是 Sandman Studios 创始人、沙之和沉降影像节的创办人娄延熙先生。他曾策划了全球创新者大会及 GIC VR 峰会，也创办了国内首个专注于 VR 叙事的独立影展——沙之和沉浸影像展。娄延熙领导 Sandman 工作室制作了2部 VR 动画短片《Free Will 自由》和《Fresh Out 第三仙》，分别成功入围第74届和75届威尼斯电影节 VR 主竞赛单元。下面我们一起有请娄延熙先生为我们分享他在 VR 行业的先进经验。
Thanks, Mr. Lamudi, for your excellent sharing. The next speaker is the founder and executive director of Sandbox Immersive Festival, China's biggest immersive media festival. Eddie Low is also the founder and CEO of Sandman Studios, a Beijing-based creative studio dedicated to exploring immersive storytelling and interactive experiences. Sandman Studios' recent work, Free Will and Fresh Out, are officially selected by the 74th and 75th Venice Film Festival VR competition. Now let's welcome Eddie Low to share his story with us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Let me just bring up my slides. Just a minute. Hi, my name is Eddie. I've been working in VR industry for about 4.5 years. So we started as a immersive production studio called Sandman Studios. We opened up the studio in 2016. So on the studio and production side, we've been working on original production as well as publish and distribution international work to China market, obviously, and also been running Sandbox Immersive Festival for two consecutive years, 2018 and 2019. We skipped this year because of COVID, and we are now working on the next edition, third edition, for 2021. Before I start to talk a little bit about the market landscape, which is the main topic of today, I actually added up. I added a video actually in the last minute just to show you guys what we've been doing before. Okay. I hope it works. These are the two projects I mentioned earlier, and this is the project we did last year, which is it was a small immersive theater using live mocap actors to perform to do a performance, and all the experiences are inside VR. So basically, it's there are 3 audience that can interact with the with a fictional character in the VR, and it was like a 20-minute improv performance. So these are the projects we've done in the past, and oops, sorry. And for the festival, I wanted to mention a little bit about that too. And so every year we are inviting around 50 projects, international immersive experiences, whether augmented or virtual reality experiences, to be showcased at the festival. And also every year we're inviting a lot of people from around the world, including international key opinion leaders like Ted Chilowitz, which is futurist of Paramount Studios, and also international creators and festival curators like Sundance, Tribeca, Venice Film Festival curators to attend the festival. And we are preparing this gathering for sharing ideas about immersive storytelling, how to distribute stories and experiences, and also topics on the technology as well. And we are preparing 2021 third editions to be held in Hangzhou in China. So I hope everyone will be able to physically or virtually join us. So I will talk a little bit about market very briefly. So China is a very big potential market for international virtual reality experiences or augmented reality experiences. And there are a lot of research about the figures, but the figures really don't really matter. So I wanted to share a little bit about we observed about the market, and especially distribution. There are a lot of international creators working on all different kinds of experiences and wanted to deploy those experiences to a worldwide market. And for China, I think it's specifically interesting for a lot of people because it's a huge market. But there are a lot of very specific problems attached to this to market landscape and make it very difficult to enter. So I wanted to just spend 1 minute to talk about the market distribution part of VR industry. So for basically, if you wanted to bring any experiences to the market, you have to consider both online distribution as well as location-based or site-specific distributions. So for online, you either have to bring your experiences to a headset company or headset platform similar to Oculus Store or Steam, or you bring it to like video platforms, like for example, YouTube or Oculus Video. And in China, what's more interesting is the location-based side of the business, because we have a huge population. Everybody now, actually, COVID is pretty much it's very easy now, right? In China, everybody moves around, everybody go to restaurant and go to public spaces. So most of the location-based businesses are restored and back to normal. So it is now a very important part of distribution channels for any AR, VR, or immersive experiences. So now in China, we have like VR cinemas, arcades, and museum and exhibitions are also a very important part of the formula, because we've discussed a lot about and how to use public spaces and especially exhibitions as a distribution network. And those location-based businesses are now becoming very popular, and people go to public spaces for entertainment and social gatherings and social experiences. So location-based is actually the key if considering, if you wanted to consider international distribution, and especially in China, for VR experiences. In terms of financing, sorry. So for example, in Canada, you have a lot of government support grants to be given to international creators, and also private fundings. There are a lot of very, very powerful and very good creators in Canada, for example, like Felix and Paul Studios and Secret Locations. They're producing amazing projects and experiences, and also their funding backing them. In China, it's quite difficult to get fundings, whether from government or from our institutions. the only way is to maybe to go for private investors, or maybe some distributors too. But because of this funding difficulties in China, there are not many creators, especially working on original productions. There are not many creators comparing to, other part of the world. Oops. So, just to have a very brief, cap on the market side, is in China we don't, as I said, there are not many creators out there, and also we don't really have a very strong player on the market like Oculus or Facebook. In China, we have smaller companies working on headsets, but not really an ecosystem player. So that's a huge challenge for us to actually grow the market and grow the industry. And also there are not many quality contents, and there are preferences and controls from the government and also from legislators and platforms. That's the challenges of working in AR VR experiences and content in China. But the opportunity is that, as I mentioned earlier, is that there is a huge potential consumer market, which is still very small right now. But in the upcoming years, we expect that it's going to be growing into the biggest AR VR market in the world, surpass Europe and US. And the new generations are crave for international, crave for new entertainment, and I think AR VR can totally bring a brand new entertainment value to them. But the technology right now, combining with content, there's still a little bit of time and a little bit of distance to go. So I think in 2 to 3 years, I think the offering on the market will be much better. And in China, it's also a very good testing ground because to any location-based deployment or online deployment will cost much less money compared to deployment in US and Europe. And also, I think which is the social aspects become much more important right now, is not only for China market but also globally, and I think people have to share the experiences with other people, with peers, with friends, in order to drive adoptions and acceptance of this new media or technology. One word on the global ecosystem, because AR VR is a brand new medium that emerged from after globalization. So whether you wanted to create experiences or do financing, production, or distributions, we all have to think globally, because we can only survive if we combine our forces and grow the market together. Otherwise, everyone will just basically having a very hard time. So yeah, this is what I just mentioned. It's global medium, global market. We have to think globally. And finally, I would like to invite everyone to come over to join Sandbox Immersive Festival next year, which is going to be the end of June, 2021. And if you wanted to, because we have a conference, exhibitions, we have workshops, we have competition, which is awards, and also a pitch sessions. So if you wanted to have your projects to be able to present at the festival, please contact me. I have an email in the slides, and I think that's it for the talk today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eddie Liu. 娄先生阐述了中国的 VR 内容市场发展情况以及中国与其他亚洲国家的区别，并预测到2021年中国 VR 相关产业价值将达到113亿美元。他对游戏中的 VR Core 的使用进行了市场细分，认为在这个行业市场的占有率最大，约为58%。其次，他谈到了耳机、各种平台、虚拟现实电影院等分销情况，以及预判了未来VR 产业的营收状况。 同时，他还提到了 VR 项目的融资问题，以及在中国乃至全球的应用方面所面临的挑战和机遇。最后，他介绍了即将到来的2021年6月的沙之河影像节，同时邀请大家去，欢迎大家来参加，谢谢。
感谢娄先生的精彩发言。下面出场的嘉宾是韩国汉阳大学计算机学学院媒体文化设计技术系的副教授 Kim 先生。他在弗吉尼亚理工大学获得博士学位，在摩托罗拉实验室的应用研究中心担任高级交互研究师4年，在汉阳大学将这些核心的研究经验整合到解决方案中，以克服盲人在与扩展现实即 AR、VR、MR、SR 交互时面临的一个重大挑战。下面有请 Kim 先生与我们分享。
Thanks, Mr. Liu, for his inspiring speech. The next speaker is Mr. Kim, Associate Professor in the Division of Media, Culture, and Design Technology at the College of Computing in Hanyang University, Erica. He got his PhD from Virginia Tech, Master from University of Illinois, and was a Senior Human Interaction Research Engineer at the Applied Research Center in Motorola Labs for 4 years. Currently at Hanyang University, he integrates these core research experiences into solutions to overcome the significant challenges blind people face when interacting with extended reality, i.e. AR, VR, MR, XR. Now let's welcome Mr. Kim to share his sights with us.
Okay, thank you for introducing me. Hi everyone. I'm currently working at Hanyang University at let me share my screen, okay? Okay, good. So can you see the screen?
It's perfect.
Yeah, okay. So let me introduce my lab briefly. So I'm working on the Hanyang University, and I have currently 4 graduate students. Mostly, my current project is working on game HCI, CSW, computer supported cooperative work, and CSCI, computer supported collaborative learning, and VR AI user interface. Today, I'll introduce 2 projects. The first one is a virtual showdown, which was recently accepted from CCIFF Asia 2020. The showdown is a popular game for the blind people. So they play the table tennis-like games for their exercise or for their amusement. And then actually, showdown is one of the sports which you held in the Paralympic Olympics every 4 years. So main motivation for this work is virtual reality is mainly based on the visual information. So they can get the visual feedback, but for blind people, actually they could not get that benefits from the virtual reality. So we think about how can we overcome this digital divide with the blind people. So we find out the solution might be using the audio channels. So using the HRTF, head relative transfer function, we provide the spatial audio to the blind people. So they can actually play the game by listening to the sound. So let me show you a brief video about this one. So this is they are real blind people, and we implemented a virtual version of a showdown game. So you can hear spatial audio.
이겼습니다. 이겼습니다. 좋습니다.
So main idea for this one is we provide a spatial audio to the blind people. So by listening that ball sound, they can guess where is the ball and they can hit the ball and they can make a score. So we conducted 3 experiments for this one. The first one is find out whether the game is good enough for the playing. So we give many different directions of ball movement and then ask the blind people find out which direction the ball is actually coming out. And then we got like over 90% correctness from the blind people, so they can actually figure out where the ball is moving from and where the ball is coming out. And the second experiment, we make this game for the blind people against the AI. So the blind people, they can play with game against the AI agent, and then they can enjoy. And then the last one is actually our target. So they played with the blind people, with the able-bodied people. So they can play real-time remotely. So blind people, they can communicate and they collaborate, interact with the able-bodied people. I think that's a good point. We can create the solution to overcome the digital divide for blind people. So that's my first project, which is conducted in our Play Lab. The second project is LBIS Labo-based head-mounted input devices. So Nintendo, they created the Labo. So using the Labo kit, they can do actually learning by making or learning by doing. Let me show you. Let me introduce what is Nintendo Switch Labos briefly. Yeah, so Labo is mainly the cardboard based game. So we extended this toolkit and we created our own the visor input device for Labo. So using this visor, they actually give the input to the game. So we created 4 different games for advisors. The first one is slow motion game. So when you put down the visor, the movement of balls is slowing down. And the second is zero gravity. So again, when you pull down the visor, the gravity becomes zero, and then every object can floating on the air. And the third one is a see-through game. So you can see through the inside of object. The last one is a zoom in and zoom out. By using the visor, you can zoom in the object. So let me show you the video for this one. So using like this input device, yeah. So when you pull down the visor, the gravity then zero. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about my current two projects. So we try to create games for good purpose, not just for pleasure. So I hope we can extend this on to other areas too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kim. Yeah, actually, Professor Ren, he's my very good friend, and I'm so happy he recommended you to join us this time. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I will quickly translate a bit your research to the audience who speak Chinese only. Okay. 谢谢这个Kim 教授，因为他也是日本任相石教授的这个当时是博士后，然后又回韩国去做教授，所以这次任教授从日本正好时间冲突，所以就推荐了这个韩国教授。我们也特别高兴，除了中国的公司嘉宾、加拿大的公司嘉宾，我们更多的这种国际的元素进来，所以我们也会陆陆续续在后面的这个活动里边，虽然叫中加这个科技高峰论坛，其实像上一次9月份的也有美国的这个嘉宾，包括后面的这个 AI 主题的，还有游戏主题的等等，我们也会有这个世界其他国家的这种专家加入我们。简短的说一下。这个Kim 教授他的研究方向，大家也看到了这些视频，主要是应用在康复呀，然后音乐教育方面，所以他本人也说，也希望能够再延伸到其他的领域。那另外他的这个 paper 也会在这个图形国际大会，就 CCIFF 2020去发表他的这个paper，还有他的项目。好，谢谢大家。Thank you so much, Dr. Kim.
Thank you very much.
非常感谢 Kim 先生非常炫酷的一个精彩的演讲。然后下一位演讲嘉宾是我国资深的电影制片人、国际电影节专家王玉先生。他创办了全球唯一的一本英文的中国电影产业杂志《华语电影市场杂志》，至今连续6年作为全球10大国际电影节战略合作伙伴。作为制片人呢，也参与制作了超过30部由中国一线导演执导的影片，并获得众多国际电影节的奖项。其中中美合拍的电影《别告诉他》是中国唯一获得美国金球奖的影片。下面就有请王玉先生为我们分享他的经验。
Thank you, Mr. Kim, for a brilliant speech. The next speaker is Mr. Wang Yu, a senior film producer and expert of international film festivals. He created the Chinese Film Market, the only English edition magazine about Chinese film industry in the world, which has been the strategic partner of the world's top 10 international film festivals for 6 consecutive years. As a producer, he has participated in the production of more than 30 films directed by Chinese first-line directors and has won numerous international film festival awards. Among them, Do Not Tell Her is the only Chinese film to win the global Golden Globe Award. Now let's invite Mr. Wang Yu to share his rich experience with us.
Hi, 大家好，我是王玉 很高兴来到这儿。然后呢，我今天给大家分享的，其实，因为我虽然是个电影制片人，但我今天分享的可能和电影本身并没有直接关系。但我们现在在做的是一个关于电影周边产业的服务的一个项目啊。那么这个项目其实比较偶然，也是因为我在做了很多年的电影之后，那么我在思考电影产业里到底需要什么东西啊？那我们就首先想到的其实是一个看景的平台啊，包括我们之前有跟海外看到很多的全球的 film commission 都在做一些关于看景的概念。关于如何把外景地和文化和旅游结合在一起，所以说呢，我们其实在做一个思考啊。我在做这个思考，其实因为我有2个身份，我还有一个身份在政府的一个文化旅游的一个协会去在做一个会长，所以呢说我们在思考文化旅游以及电影和旅游的关系。所以我们在思考这张图呢，包括我们去如何把旅游景区的固定资源，把它找到文化符号，然后呢，通过它的视觉表达和互联网的方式去形成一个它独特的 IP。所以我们要在进行的下面要介绍的这个内容是关于一个 IP 的故事啊。那么全景盒子呢，也是这次为这个中嘉在提供一个线上的一个直播的展示平台啊。我强调一下，我们其实并不是做纯技术的，也就是说，虽然大家今天在探讨的更多的是 VR、AR 的方式啊，那么我们其实全景盒子 Pencil Box 做的是内容啊，是 IP。所以我们只不过是把很多的技术和把很多的内容整合到一个空间里来，所以我们在讲的是说，我们是一个 IP 提炼的一个内容的性的公司，但我们可以善于运用行业里边最流行的，包括今天很多的朋友在讲的，大家在做的 VR、AR 的技术啊，以及不同的在开发的这些内容，未来我们都可以有合作的空间。所以我们是希望去做一个场景，这个场景是能够把所有的技术、把所有的人拉到一起来啊。那么最早开始的实际上是一个我叫电影地图的一个项目啊。那是这个项目呢，其实是就是一个单纯的外景地的一个看景平台。那么它的目的是想让更多的人能够通过更简单的方式找到全世界的外景地啊。所以说呢，我们同时有一个词，也就是叫外景地经济吧。那我觉得这个在海外和国际上都非常流行，但国内其实相对比较陌生一点啊。所以我们其实从外景地经济的模式开始来去探讨关于外景地、电影和文旅的关系啊。所以我们做了这个平台，那么同时呢，我们其实也会这个平台未来也会提供更多的关于production service 的一些服务啊，那能够希望把全世界的这些资源都整合进来。那如果不管我们在加拿大还是在任何地方，以及在北美，那如果有更多的这种机构加入到这个里面，它是一个 database。啊，它会把全世界不同的景点啊，不同的适合拍电影的地方，全部整合到这个平台里边来啊。那我们同时可以嫁接在手机端啊、PC 端的这种平台上面来，能够让大家更方便的去找到你要拍摄的目的地。所以说，这个本身是我们最早我在2年前创办这个数据库的时候的初衷。但是呢，因为疫情呢，是改变了很多的东西啊，包括我们其实在计划当中，在2019年下半年是一个跟全国重点推广的一个方式，但是呢，因为疫情呢，其实文旅都停下来了，所以我们其实也就再去做一些后台的维护，一些平台的使用，包括我们会做各地的这种database 电影数据库、外景地数据库的一个 library 啊。那么这个持续会一直做下去这个东西，但是呢，因为疫情来了以后呢，我们去发现这个对，抱歉啊，这还有一个关于我们还在出了一本书，这是已经在今年丝路电影节上推出来的，是关于到陕西拍电影，是一个拍摄手册吧。那结合我们线上的那个 database 和线下的图书，会能够更方便的让更多的人去能够找到你想要的地方。它其实介于旅游和电影之间啊。包括我们现在的我的那本杂志现在的合作伙伴啊，那我们有全世界的电影节的合作伙伴啊，包括我们也做了差不多从16年开始做电影地图的整个的推介，就在我通过这个杂志上面去再做一些推荐。那么同时呢，我们的合作伙伴其实也主要以电影节为主啊，包括柏林、戛纳、威尼斯啊、东京、釜山、多伦多，这些都是我们的合作伙伴，以及中嘉也是我们的合作伙伴啊。 但是因为这些电影节的原因以及疫情的原因呢，我们其实在这个2020年开始的时候，有一个新的一件事儿，其实就变成线上的展览和参观。因为这个整个的后台呢，其实是基于我们电影地图的那个后台完成的这些设定，所以我们当时因为我自己有做过3年北京国际电影节的市场总监，所以我协助北京电影节这次在做了一个线上的电影市场啊，那它是完全用3维建模的方式把线下的电影市场还原到线上了。啊，那因为这个是相对比较偏传统的内容，但我们也在里边实现了漫游，实现了互动，实现了交流啊，所以这个呢，这个在今年的北京国际电影节期间还是受到了很大的反响，因为这个可能也是第一次大家把 VR、AR 的这种方式用到一个电影节的云展上面来啊，那这个里面包括可以自动切换 VR。这种方式呢，这个也是基于我们电影地图的那个后台实现的这个部分啊，所以说就原来那个是一个电影的 database 啊，现在但因为疫情呢，催生了我们变成在做一个这个线上的展览啊，同时呢，今年正好也是北京国际设计周的时候，我们也把这套体系用在了设计周里边啊。设计周不同的在于，不像刚才北京国际电影节，它是在一个集中的一个弊端的一个展馆里边去呈现。那么北京国际设计周呢，是因为它有24个场景需要去展示，那么但是呢，这些场景分在不同的各个地方，所以我们就通过一个总入口的方式呢，去把它导流进来，把它所有场馆的这个人流导到一个平台上来啊。那这个当时实现了在1周之内实现了差不多50多万次的一个15万次的一个浏览和转发啊。所以这次包括我们这次在中加也是采用这种方式，其实是总入口的方式，也就是说我们是基于大家做完的那资源上面以后，我们把它收集到一个口来。啊，所以说包括这个在北京国际设计周的时候，当时分散在不同的场景啊，所以我们把这个场景都放在一起。所以我们其实并不是一个做纯技术的公司，我们是希望在能够去帮助这些场馆这些活动来做 IP 的更多的转发和提升啊。那么以及我们在帮一个画廊一个画展在做它的不同的展品的空间啊，当然这个是线下的实体的展览，那我们也在帮这个画廊做线上的一个纯虚拟的空间，然后呢让这个画廊里边的艺术家和画廊的这个经理能够更方便的去分享以及导入他们的电商的平台啊，所以我们其实是用在一个平台的方式来去完成这个部分的。所以呢 Penson Box 全景的这个数据库吧，或者这个公司呢，它更多的完成是把内容啊，把它 IP 化，同时把 IP 化，把它线上化啊，做一个数据整体的一个整理。所以我们在平台上现在有很多的公司和技术，我们也希望未来大家能够有更多的合作。所以好，谢谢，我的分享就在这儿。
Thanks, Mr. Yu. Now, please, Mr. Wang Yu, please allow me to briefly introduce what he discussed. Penson Box creates an immersive online interactive space through panoramic VR technology, which is mainly used in immersive interactive experiences, such as movie location, online film festival, digital museum, etc. In the future, it will be built by Unity Virtual Engine and AR, VR, MR virtual city space. In 2020, it successfully built the online film market platform of Beijing International Film Festival and online exhibition of Beijing International Design Week. The book and online database platform of Film Map, filming in Shanxi, the online exhibition and forum exhibition space of China Canada Film Festival. Thank you.
感谢王玉先生，感谢直播感谢那个精彩演讲。下面出场的呢是 OVA 公司首席执行官和共同创始人哈罗德·杜梅尔先生。他在 BDC 和国家银行加速计划设计初始基金后，在北京花了1年的时间在 Vivox 加速器，并赢得了 G20 青年企业家峰会的宣讲大赛。此后，哈勒德作为主讲人参加了多次 VR、AR 的峰会。这位年轻的魁北克企业家也是文明博物馆的董事会成员。下面我们有请 哈罗德·杜梅尔先生带来他的分享。
Thanks, Mr. Wang, for your excellent speech. The next speaker is Harold Dumer. He's the CEO and co-founder of OVA. After setting up initial funds as BDC and the National Bank Accelerator Program, he spent a year in Beijing on the VivX Accelerator, winning the G20 Young Entrepreneurs Summit pitch contest. Since then, Harold has participated in several VR/AR summits as a key speaker. The Young Quebecois expert entrepreneur is also the Museum of Civilization board member. Harold studied engineering at Laval University and holds a certification in Six Sigma Green Belt from McGill University. Now let's welcome Harold to share with us.
Thanks, and thanks for this pretty cool introduction. Hi, everybody. Nice to be here, and thanks again for having me. I can't wait to share you what we have been cooking at OVA. So let me start my presentation. Today's a good day because I'm going to talk about StellarX, which is our tool and how we work with AI to build virtual world. So for us, everything started in 2014. We had this contract for Lockheed Martin that asked us to do a virtual reality submarine. 2014 was way too early for VR, but we were there back then with the Oculus DK2 and the Leap Motion for hand tracking. We learned a lot because everything has to be done. And one thing that we learned is that to create an immersive world, you need to be a good programmer. You need to know Unity Engine or Unreal Engine, and you need to know your stuff around 3D modeling. So because of that, we decided to create an immersive content creation tool that will let not only non-programmer, but also non-pro user to be able to drag and drop and create their own immersive world just by themselves. So letting in the hand of anyone, and by doing so, being able to democratize VR. And VR is not just about, placing objects in the world, it's also about animating them. So we have designed a visual scripting tool where anyone can also add interaction just by connecting nodes between each others. So with that visual scripting tool, you can add interaction, animation between the object of your world and script a scenario of yours, which we'll see in a few frames right there. So after that, once it's done, you can immerse your user inside this world and interact with the objects that are surrounding you. When I say users, it's a variety of space that they can see, a variety of space that can be created by yourself. It's not just about, again, placing, copying, or removing objects, but it's also about bringing a huge space somewhere where, the action will take place. And all that at the end of your fingertip. Because there is, let's face it, there is an entry barrier when it comes down to content creation. Someone else told it. There is a huge ecosystem of, hardware, of solution, but content is still, we still wait for some. So by creating StellarX, we want to put in the hand of anyone that wants to become a creator, the right tool, where they can, right there create a beach or add sounds, spatial sounds actually, in the scene, just like they want to create with objects. We have also a desktop version, so you can edit from your desktop in a 2D mode, so you don't have to always be maybe inside the headset to create. You can create and edit from outside, and you can edit with others. You can edit from a desktop perspective to a VR perspective. About collaborating is through avatar. So you can also create your own avatar, and after that, it can be here in Montreal, you can be there in Shenzhen or wherever you are, and we can talk to each other through voice over IP. And this is also something that is enabled on day 0 once you get the platform StellarX. So you can literally share, and the scenario will become more and more interactive. So it's all about live interactive feedback on what has been created and on what will be collaborate with others. So how it looks like from the exterior, you wear a headset, we are here to talk about VR, but just to represent you in one picture. That has one of our office. This one is the Quebec City office. So where StellarX comes in when it comes down to content creation, you will do your ideation on PowerPoint, Notion, or Spatial XR. After that, you will create your 3D object or download some from Sketchfab, for example. And then when it comes down to experience creation, or scenario, or design thinking, or collaboration, StellarX is the place to be. And that's actually enabled right now on Steam, so you can download it. It's not complicated. You can jump in it and download it, and actually that's been used by 5,000 users since its launch in last January. And I want to talk about mainly how AI can help in enhancing the way we create today. Because as you see, if we go back to 87, where the PC came from with the Apple II, and then the web, the mobile, AR, VR era, and now machine learning, AI. And I mean, coming from Montreal, this is something we talk a lot about. And how we can merge AI with XR. This is something that we talk a lot about at OVA. So I just want to show you what we have been working on. There is a machine learning technique called voxelization. For those who don't know what is voxelization, when your kid or yourself play Minecraft, for example, Minecraft is made of many cubes, and those cubes are called voxels. So placing cubes together can create a shape. And by looking and recognizing that shape of voxel, you can detect precisely what is that you are looking to. So by merging this machine learning algorithm inside VR and matching it with a huge data set, a huge library that is accessible through an API call from SketchUp, for example, you can then train an AI where, just like when you speak to Alexa or Google, you can say, hey, can you create me a background with some trees and some grass? And then the AI will co-create a world with you, a perfect landscape that you can after that remix. So this is about how you can enhance your creativity by combining it with AI. And it doesn't stop there. It's not about creating a background or landscape. It's also about adding interaction. So, hey, again, Alexa, Google, let's say to whatever you have connected, can you add me an interaction on the Y position for this bucket? And there you go, you got it. You didn't have to program it. You didn't have to go through a visual scripting tool. So this is voice recognition, so natural language processing combined with object detection, and then action. So it's all about converging technology together so you can be a better creator and being faster to iterate. Because before you get the perfect picture, there is to be some failure on the road. And we want to help you to fail as less as possible and be able to co-create with AI. This is one of the solutions that we found. And about that, you saw some low polygons resolution environment, but by using high quality photorealistic asset, you can be able to create highly realistic world that can use for many stuff. Somebody spoke about like virtual production. So think about creating this maybe in StellarX. So other interesting use case that I want to show you in the 30-second left, they are not from OVA, but I find them really interesting. This is why I want to have this extra track to show you. This is coming from Stanley Kubrick's mind. It's called The Shining, as you can maybe see. So on the left side, the input is the 2D video. You know, this hotel, it's in the Oregon, but the only thing that exists for real is the facade, you know, is the front face of it. So nobody really go inside. This is from the movie set. And with machine learning and point net reconstruction, you can feel like you are there in 3 dimension. So think about optimizing this to mesh and living this in XR. Same thing for Orson Welles. Black and white movie, you can recreate it in 3D. So this is where we are going now. This is where the industry is moving toward, is being able to, you know, make it reborn. So that was for my presentation. And what I want to say and finish on that, the best way to predict the future is to create it. So I hope I inspire you on that point. Thanks.
杜马尔先生介绍了他和 OVA 虚拟现实的看法。首先介绍了虚拟现实发展的历史以及技术的概况，然后他大胆尝试了在 CCIFF 和相关场所展示的现代虚拟现实应用程序、游戏以及用户界面的 这是他的总结，谢谢。
感谢哈罗德·杜莫尔先生的精彩演讲。下面演讲的嘉宾是金田影视智慧传媒产业园的董事长杨峰先生，他也是国际电影节主席联盟的联合创始人。杨峰先生凭借在金田电影产业园为年轻电影制作人创造机会的杰出成就，被誉为中国传媒大学的荣誉导师。下面有请杨峰总跟我们分享。
Thanks, Harry, for an excellent speech. Oh, sorry. The next speaker is Mr. Yang Feng, the co-founder of the Chairman Alliance of the International Film Festival. Mr. Yang Feng is known as the honorary tutor of the Communication University of China for his outstanding achievements in creating opportunities for young filmmakers in Jintian Film Industrial Park. Now let's welcome Mr. Yang to share his sights with us.
大家好，非常高兴今天和大家一起分享一下中国的数字媒体技术与艺术的市场的应用。我们在中国主要是做数字媒体艺术技术和电影技术的一些辅助性的服务工作，主要是以产业基地和产业集群的服务为主导。我们现在在北京已经有一个比较大的影视科技园区，它的内容主要涵盖了我们影视科技的所有的高科技内容，以及新兴的数字媒体 VR、AR、XR 这些体系的应用与制作。那我们看到在中国这个市场上非常的有需求的这个内容需求，但是在北美呢又有很好的技术的这个开发与研发以及应用。我们如何把中国的市场与北美这样一个技术的比较好的平台一起结合起来，搭建一个好的生意平台，这是我们这几年一直在致力的一个事业。我们看到主要是在媒体技术和艺术这个方面的结合上，目前大家都在组合一些相关的资源，这方面也包括了很多的技术以及艺术的应用。在新兴的产业体系里面，我们看到很多像泛娱乐这样的产品，更多的在使用这些技术，以及在教育培训方面，也在培养相关的技术人才，以及在很多的电影节里面或者其他的艺术节里面，也在应用这些产品。在中国市场上，现在比较多的需求，尤其是优质的这种产品的需求是非常旺盛的。未来在中国的发展前景非常的好，这个覆盖的面也非常宽。大家可以看到，现在在中国市场上，像旅游产品啊、演艺啊、包括游戏啊、包括教育啊，以及一些商场里面所使用的一些各种系列化的小型的娱乐设备和产品的应用，都非常的广泛。那我们现在在致力于从北京的这样一个基地，逐渐的发展到上海、深圳、成都等这样的一个基地的配合上，主要是服务于这些行业的在各地区，尤其是在发达地区或者是旅游地区这样一个应用的场景的服务。那我们在北京这样一个有电影为主要的工业载体和服务商们组合的一个比较强大的一个集群里面，我们如何的去服务于周边的市场？像在上海，我们更多的有应用场景，现在也有很多的演出、沉浸式演出和其他的展览的方式在呈现，给大家一个比较高端的节目的这个体系，让大家可以看得到。在深圳呢，我们也可以看到，有很多的技术公司，尤其是硬件的这个电子产品相关性的这个厂商，也在不断的在组合。我们也正在深圳推动一个比较大的硬件的产业基地的应用，尤其是对于一些大型的 VR、AR 这种场景应用的设备体系，包括捕捉体系，包括一些灯光体系，包括一些这个感知的电子元器件的组合，以及电影工业比较成熟的一些技术在这方面的应用。 在成都，我们在推动在西南地区这样一个比较大型的旅游市场，尤其是在成都的这种学校比较多，艺术氛围比较强，特别是在数字媒体、数字技术与音乐类的结合上，我们也在不断的在推动在成都的基地落地，以及在成都与大学的合作，来培养一些新型的数字媒体技术人才。我们可以看到，在中国这样一个即将要爆发出来的市场里面，像这个人才的缺口是非常的大，每一年也将有十几万到几十万的应用型人才，在不断的有需求的增长。但是同时在学校的培训里面和教育里面，这方面的结合的内容还是缺失的，尤其是在应用体系上是缺失的。我们也在致力于这方面的这个推动。在各种各样的产品里面，我们主要是在推动一些沉浸式的灯光秀啊，以及各种各样的沉浸式的光影互动演出这方面，尤其是在文旅市场上，这个需求是非常旺盛的。刚才我们也看到有很多的这个项目都在推动中。在中国，因为这几年一直在发展文旅市场，这样一个文旅的市场方面，对于新兴的产业这种应用以及新兴的节目体系的推动，是对于老百姓人民来看这些新兴的产品的时候是非常有吸引力的。尤其是在中国有一个巨大的人口基数，在这个方面上会产生有非常大的应用场景。像我们看到的 AI 技术、4K、8K 这样的技术的应用，在中国也是目前正在推动的这个非常大的推动中。像国家已经在广州、深圳、广东地区设立了整个的4K、8K 加5G 加 AI 的整个产业体系的基地推动。国家也希望在2022年，在这样一个行业上达到人民币有4万亿的产值。目前在广东地区已经呈现出非常好的发展的基础，因为广东也是在中国比较发达的地区。这次广电总局跟国家的这个通信部这个还有一些中央电视台等这个机构一起发起的，以致力于改变中国电视这个新兴的5G 网络应用体系，要把4K、8K 这种高清的大屏的应用放在重要的推广位置上。那我们这样的内容的输出是非常的需求非常的旺盛的，尤其像 VR、AR 这种混合使用方向的一些线上产品以及线下产品，在基于5G 这样的一个状态下去推动这样一个应用，是未来2、3年中国的一个巨大的一个市场。我们也可以看到，在传统的文化旅游方面，这种使用也非常的广泛。我们现在有很多的地方都在致力于文旅的推动和发展，尤其是结合当地的一些历史文化和历史的一些古城的演绎、人物的演绎、故事的演绎，这种形式 VR、AR 的这种形式，特别适合于这种过去已经消失的这个古城以及故事的演绎过程，而且这种旅游结合地域的特别的标志性的一些文化内容，对于外地的一些游客是非常有吸引力的，也是一个巨大的市场。这种的表现力是我们正好 VR、AR、XR 这种技术的混合应用的一个最高的表现形式，也是非常震撼的一种光影式沉浸式演出。未来一定是在中国这样一个蓬勃发展的旅游文化市场里面应用的非常广泛，也给我们带来了巨大的产业机会。我们也希望结合这些产业的机会，在重要的几个城市建立起我们比较这个集中的优质的产业集群，尤其是提供重要的场景的空间，以及场景的设备的组合，以及技术的应用的组合和人才培养这样一个体系。 我们也看到这种比较小型的系列化的数字媒体产品，尤其是在光影互动啊，在一些虚拟的现实 VR、AR 这种应用的场景里面呀，它更多的是使用于小型的这种商业的综合体系中。这种小型的这种系列产品在商业里面应用，是会带来非常紧密的跟整个城市人群的一个互动。这种系列化的产品会在不同的城市，尤其是在中国的3、4线城市一些商场里面，在不断的复制与应用，为我们这个产业的发展带来了一个蓬勃的市场。这个未来也是我们一个主要的推动方向。但是这种小型的产品的系列的组合与开发，是我们未来要推动的一个非常重要的点。我们也希望我们这么多优质的企业和硬件的设备商以及商业系统如何结合起来，形成一个比较连续的、不断的推动的一个内容和硬件的使用。这个也是我们未来在各地建主要的产业基地的一个主要目的。我们也看到，在很多的城市，在展览这种环境下，更多的在使用我们的 VR 技术、AR 技术和各种各样的现代的数字媒体技术，尤其是在一些重要的这个场景里面，以及演出里面，还有一些刚才讲的历史故事和有些游乐方面，我们也看到现在在更多的这种游戏和艺术以及剧。各种体育比赛中也在使用，像我们2022年的冬奥会也在准备在使用3D 的直播以及3D 的直播显示整个一个系统。这种的应用会带来一个非常大的整个产业的扩张，这种扩张会带来我们整个的产业的巨大的发展的这种动力，以及整个产业的扩张、人员的培养这种需求。这是我们一直在致力于几个主要城市建立产业基地的一个主要的服务方向。在设备方面，我们也看到，在全球的主要设备商在中国都已经落地了，尤其是在很多的灯光、屏幕、各种各样的放映设备，以及各种各样的电子产品，以及各种各样的这个声音系统方面，在中国都有很好的制造与应用，尤其是在南方地区，像深圳这样的地方。这种产品已经形成了全球的比较大的集散基地和生产基地。我们也希望在未来深圳这个城市，结合它的科技发展的软件以及硬件，建立起比较大型的这种设备展，来服务于全球的这样一个蓬勃发展的市场，也是为我们整个的行业带来一个比较好的集成和集群。好了，非常感谢大家的聆听。
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Mr. Yang described the platform, digital media technologies, China industry base in the context of various realities, i.e. XR. He outlines the features of the platform for collaboration between North America and China in the corresponding fields of art and technology, entertainment, education, and events. He highlighted the hub where such industry is currently booming in and around the cities, Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Chengdu. He showcased several examples of shows, culture, and tourism, and related events and technologies. Thank you.
感谢杨总的精彩演讲。下面演讲的嘉宾是来自 Summit Tech 的首席流行官 Ron Naismith 先生，他将为我们介绍 Summit 的发展历程。有请。
Thanks, Mr. Yang, for an excellent speech. The next speaker is the Chief Process Officer of Summit Tech Company. He will share with us the story of Summit Tech. Let's welcome.
Hi, my name is Ron Nessum. Thank you all for this opportunity to present to you some of the things that we've been working on. Primarily, our main area of excitement is around 5G. So 5G as a technology is, of course, as you know, emerging in many, many markets. It's coming to fruition this year. There's many 5G devices and handsets. And these are some of the key areas that Summit Tech is working on. And that includes things like chatbots, messaging as a platform, virtual assistants, and also, of course, VR, AR, XR. And that's what we're going to focus on in today's talk for a few minutes. So why do we feel that 5G will be an excellent delivery mechanism for VR and AR? Primarily, it's not just because of the increased bandwidth. It's because of something called the mobile edge compute. So the mobile edge compute is about enabling compute for the handset in the cloud, very close to the handset with very low latency. So because of this, we're able to deliver very high resolution streams for different things like 8K, 12K, and even 16K, because effectively, the mobile edge compute is only streaming the portion of the video that the user is looking at. So we can actually reduce by up to 80% the bandwidth of sending the entire field of view to the user. And because of this, we can also personalize each experience to each user. That means adding information and also leveraging GPU, which is in the cloud. So because of this GPU capability, that also means that the device battery will last longer. It means also that there are some technical challenges, of course, because when I move my headset or when I move my handset, there's also the issue of the motion to photon delay, which is the delay from when I move my perspective until it updates. And only 5G can deliver this type of ultra low latency experience, which is needed to have VR at scale on mobile devices. The other thing is that many companies are working on 5G headsets. So there'll be 5G HMDs that will connect directly to the network and offer 6 degrees of freedom. And the last component here is also the service level guarantee from the mobile operator. So rather than trying to do this over internet, the mobile operator can guarantee a specific amount of bandwidth and a very specific latency for the end user. So here's one of the use cases that we've been using this technology with. It's a software called Audience. That's our platform, which is designed for immersive AR and VR experiences over 5G. Primarily, one of the main uses is to use streaming from a VR camera, such as a 4K Ricoh, like you see on the left, which is a consumer camera, all the way up to 8K and higher cameras, which we use. And the interesting thing here is that because it's cloud-based, there's no question of scale. We can have instant scale. We say from home to stadium. That means I can scale from 1 user to 100 million users instantly. This is what it looks like on the handset. So with a 5G handset, and actually we have some backwards compatibility for 4G as well. But the 5G handset users will be able to use the handset as a magic window, and they'll be able to access several different controls which are part of the experience. For example, taking photos and sharing them to social media, or also chatting with other users, engaging in video calls, collaborative watching. So that's the type of experience that we're building. Now, in terms of the content, it could be what we call conventional, which is basically where we place a 360 camera in the field of view of an event. So that could be a concert, a sporting event, or so on. In other cases, especially now with the pandemic, we're building immersive events where there's actually no audience. So the event takes place in a 90-meter dome, which is all a projection surface, and we project the audience onto the dome. So the front-facing camera of your device actually captures your reaction as a spectator, and we bring you in as a virtual spectator into the event, either by projecting your image on a video wall or on a dome. And then we also have simulated 3D environments. So that's, for example, when you want to go and visit a museum, or perhaps have a simulated conference with a conference room and everything. And the other thing, actually, I wanted to mention, Harold actually made a very good point about how content creation has been typically so difficult in the VR world. And so our approach is actually using cameras to capture reality and extend that reality to other people. So the typical use cases are going to be things like concerts, where I might be able to go and participate in a concert halfway around the world. And the amazing thing about having low latency is that, for example, if we were doing this in a sporting event, you can imagine when the team scores the goal and everybody raises their hands and gets excited because of the goal, they don't have to wait 10 seconds to see the audience reaction. It's absolutely instantaneous. The other thing that we're doing is we're adding image recognition to the mix. So you see that on the right, there's a player with a blue shirt with a number 8. So for example, we have AI and image recognition built into the platform in the mobile edge compute. So I can recognize that a blue number 8 is such and such a player, and you can click and get all of their statistics in VR. And that's what we were explaining when we said that there's a personalized experience to this. And another area that we're developing now is shopping. So we're actually taking a cue from China, where they have social shopping experiences, and we're allowing users to shop in VR. And again, using that image recognition engine, users can click on products and buy immediately right in the VR stream. The last area that we've been focusing on that's a bit more specialized is esports. And this is about where you would have tournaments for video games. And in this case, it's an absolutely phenomenal experience because you're able to see the gaming consoles like you see on the bottom left there in the VR headset. You can actually select which game matches you want to view, and you can view more than one at once. So we can really use the full 360 space of the VR headset. And likewise, we're also developing solutions for conferences. So you can imagine kind of Zoom on steroids, but with 360 video, real-time interaction, people being able to communicate with the host via the video wall, ask questions, and really get engaged. So how does this look in reality? Today, what we're doing is we're actually working with Verizon, AWS, and a number of other content providers to produce content for 5G and VR and AR. And we're seeing that this trend is being extended into China through the Alibaba Cloud and through some of the Chinese mobile operators that are looking to offer 5G. So we're looking forward to a future where this type of 5G technology will be available in China as well. So that's my presentation, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nassim. Nassim 先生介绍了总部位于蒙特利尔的 Summit Technology 的核心业务。公司成立之初，主营业务是手机电信业务。随后，他们将业务扩展到了面向 5G 和实时用户体验的 VR、AR、LT、AI 和 RCS 协议以及技术。目前，他们专注于跨不同类型的应用程序，例如 VoLTE 数字虚拟助手、聊天机器人以及共享的 XR 体验，进行有效的多媒体消息传递。Nassim 谈到了亚马逊的 Web Service Wavelength 集成是最早提供低延迟应用程序的公司之一。他们展示了一些娱乐相关的应用程序，以及有关观众和听众的案例研究。谢谢 Nassim 先生的分享。
感谢 Ron Nassim 先生的演讲。下一位演讲嘉宾是北京新汉云图文化科技有限公司的创始人及 CEO， 沉浸式与交互式数字视觉研究室负责人，人工智能产业创新应用发展联盟发起人。他拥有12年数字领域设计开发经验，8年高校教育实践与教学经验，著有 Unit 虚拟现实开发盛典等3部著作，受美国国际教育联盟人工智能学科建设领导力认证。下面首先有请何伟先生为我们分享他的行业经验。演讲之后，他也会展示他的学生在 VR 领域的部分作品。
Thanks, Ron, again for your excellent speech. The next speaker is the founder and CEO of Beijing Sinostar Culture Technology Company and the director of Digital Vision Research Lab of Immersive and Interactive Technology, i.e. IIDR, as well as the initiator of the AI Industry Innovation and Application Development Alliance. He owns 12 years experiences of digital design and development and 8 years teaching practice in college education. He's the author of the Unity Virtual Reality Development Canon and other 3 books, and has been awarded by the United States International Education Union for his leadership in the construction of artificial intelligence disciplines. First, let's welcome Mr. Wei to share his experience with us. After his speech, he will exhibit some of his students' work in the VR field. Welcome, Mr. He.
Hello，大家好，我是来自星汉云图的创始人何伟，同时也是人工智能产业创新应用发展联盟的发起人。今天其实很高兴和素描主席呢一起来举办这次峰会。今天和大家分享的题目呢是虚拟世界重新解码无界未来。我们知道啊，就是我们现在看这张图也是一样，就是在很多年前，其实就是因为 Oculus 的这次收购的这个大案呢，所以让虚拟现实走进了人们的视野，而且那个时候呢，又造成了一种误解，就是所谓的虚拟现实给大部分民众造成的一种误解，就是真正的虚拟现实应该是戴眼镜的，其实不然。在 VR 的世界呢，其实我们也是可以摘掉眼镜来看这个世界的，因为真正的虚拟现实其实它不仅包括我们所谓的头盔虚拟现实，也包括我们的桌面式的，也包括我们的分布式的等等等等。就像我们现在看到的这几张动图也是一样，最成功的，在我的印象当中，最成功的可能属于 VR 社交领域里面的桌面式的这种 All Space， 可能是比较最受大家可能认知度可能更高一点的，而且它沉浸性更强一些。就是在这里，大家可以像在沙滩里游泳，也可以在这个开会议一样，所有人来自全世界各地的人都可以这样，也有自己的角色。所以这是一个非常成功的一个案例。但是呢，好像它屡次被转购啊。另外一点的方式呢，我们也看到第二张图呢，它是一个我们也不需要戴眼镜，我们实际上就在自己的一个普通的一个家庭客厅里面，然后我们对着这样的四面的这样的墙，然后我们看到所有物体也都是虚拟的，我们这样的一个沉浸式的一个体验和方式，包括我们在看到第三张图也是一样，这个呢是那个任天堂的马里奥的一个 VR 赛车，也就是说我们在一个全新的一个物理的一个世界当中来体验这种 VR 的这种方式，大家也是比较受欢迎。包括我们可能数年前以前这个 Magic Leap 公司的这个所谓的叫全息式的这种 VR 现实，但是可能也被爆雷了，是不是？但是不管是怎么样，其实大家都在尝试以一种新的方式来打开这个全新的这个世界。所以就像我们所看到的这些一样，我们如果也想打开这个全新的世界，我们就需要用跨界的语言来打通艺术、科学和这个技术之间的这个界限，让我们的鸿沟越来越小。其实就像我们的这个信息技术是一样，我们不只是想要看到，我们不只是想要听到，因为这些已经无法满足我们对信息获取的一种需求。我们甚至我们需要感知，我们需要嗅觉，我们需要用更沉浸式的这种全新的这种体验方式来体验。我们甚至还要参与在其中，成为共同的一个体验者，甚至是一个创作者。所以呢，就像我们接下来看到的这些东西是一样的。那既然我们需要构建一个全新的世界，那就一定需要工具，那么就一定要需要新的一种语言方式。我们大概提出了3点，第一种是mapping， 第二种呢是 interaction， 也就是交互的艺术，包括我们现在提到的 VR 和 AR 等等等等一些的综合性的多元化的一些技术手段和方式，能够参与其中。那么我们先来看一下光影的艺术，就像我们所在的这个所看到的图示是一样，最左侧的这幅画面实际上是一个物理的真实存在的一个空间，它的空间是一个音乐厅，也就是说我们打破了我们原来可能需要一个戴着头盔单人体验，那现在不需要了，我们可能需要很多人来在这个空间物理空间当中一起来体验这种视听的盛宴，创造出了这种奇景。包括我们的这种方式也可以应用在我们的广告拍摄当中。我们看到这个有一个广告片，就正中间这个有个男主角，其实这个画面当中也就是一个 cave 式的一个房间，那完成了这样一个沉浸化的这样一个拍摄，丝毫不会让我们觉得它是一种违和感。那包括其实最下面的这张篮球场的 NBA 的这个赛事也是一样， 我们让所有的观众为之而尖叫，而不是让所有的观众都戴上一个这个头盔式的眼镜来观看这场比赛。No， 我们是需要一个沉浸化的一个环境，让所有人体验真实的融入。包括我们看到的我们的 VR 技术也是VR 技术也是一样，它应用的领域这也是我们最熟知也是最认可度最高的。比如说像达利的梦境，一幅画作让我们全新的解读。包括我们神奇特工也是一样，它的这个是它第2季的一个发布会，完全用增强现实的方式来让民众来体验现场的一个环节。同样的交互艺术，也就是说我们现在看到的 interaction， 那这个里面有2个例子，我们其实是可以直接关注的。其中有一个叫百世的这个无人机足场，那我们的无人机实际上就是我们的发球员，我们所有的居民小区变成了一个真实存在的一个物理空间，又加上我们的虚拟的艺术，完成了这样的一个球类的一个体验环境，一个体验的一个活动。包括我们看到黑曼巴也是一样，也就是说我们普通的一个篮球场变成了一个可以让我们进行训练，可以让我们进行定点，可以让我们进行多元化的一个教学的一个方式。所以它的交互艺术其实是无处不在的，用更多元化、综合化的方式来够通过打开我们这扇大门。同样在我们是大概呢，我本人的从业大概是有，就像刚主任介绍的10余年，当过大学老师，也是创业者，我们都在尝试不同的这种技术手段或者方式，然后与这个虚拟世界进行了一个交互，或者说一个所谓的对话。也像我们刚才看到的图示的，我们也出版了国内的虚幻引擎，也是第1本的这样的一个开发类的书籍，包括 Unity 在专注虚拟现实开发的上面也是第1本。同时我们又把打破了一些常规，就是理论和实践相结合，包括我刚才所谓的这些综合化的技术手段，我们把 mapping 的技术、把虚拟现实的技术、把交互的技术都用在了比如说我们在2017年和几个导演包括崔永元啊，包括麦丽斯导演，我们拍过了一部影片。这部影片呢是一个全球第1部的这个用虚拟现实技术和这个全息技术拍摄的纪录片电影，也是一个院线电影。对，这部电影同时也获得了咱们中加国际电影节的最佳科技奖。18年和19年之后，我们在国内甚至是国外，我们也时常也会看到有一些已经形成了一个产品化的一个盒子，比如说像国内最大的也是这个做显示的一个公司吧，他们把它做成了一种实际的一个产品。所以我觉得这种方式还是比较可行的。所以呢，最后呢，因为技术它一定是有一个应用场景的，所以我们希望将更好的技术能够带入到下沉市场，为儿童开启一个智能交互的天新世界。因为我们现在的目前的 VR 技术呢，基本上沉淀在这种更多的 to G 端或者 to B 端去进行变现，但是呢，可能这种市场的这种热度可能还不是够强，不够足以支撑我们现在的一个市场环境。所以我希望能够更多的人能够参与下来。其实我们的儿童的世界也需要更多元化的一些方式啊，对。同时呢，接下来呢，我们也会有我的一个学生来介绍我在带的一些本科生和一些研究生的一些作品，和大家一起来分享。好，那切一下我的学生杨宁，谢谢主持人。喂，你好。
来，看谁切一下。
对，帮我切一下杨宁。
来那个
echo。Hello。
加的 echo。
您只要停止 share screen， 然后让您的学生直接 share 就可以了。
OK。杨宁，你分享一下你的屏幕，共享一下你的屏幕。
好的。 好，各位老师，大家好。我是何老师的学生杨宁，目前在何老师的公司工作。接下来呢，由我给大家展示的是何老师带我们本科学生和研究生的一些学生作品。这些学生作品呢，主要是来自北京工业大学、大连明大学、天津美术学院，其中呢也包括了一些师生作品。攀枝花学院高旭老师，还有这个石家庄信息工程职业学院的刘伟亚老师，以及北京印刷学院的严磊老师等。首先呢，给大家展示的是我们在校期间的一些这个项目实验。这个作品呢，主要是我们在这个实体的模型人脸造型上，通过多媒体的影像手段来展示变幻多端的一个科幻形态。第二种是我们在这个人脸上进行京剧脸谱的变脸的一个艺术表现，利用这个 M 立方和 Emapping 的技术对人脸进行精准的校正和追踪，实现了它对这个异形物体的精准投影的可能。这也是我们对人物面部异形投影的一种新媒体创新的艺术探索。接下来给大家看的这个是交互异形赛车，我们也是尝试将不同的交互方式呢多元化的综合应用在里面，主要实现了这个可以在完全不规则的这个物体上，然后进行这个投影，还可以在任何异形物体上实现多人的竞技联机比赛。就是通过这些的大量的练习和试验呢，我们在北京工业大学建校55周年之际呢，我们为母校的这个一夫图书馆做了一场楼面的 mapping 投影秀，作为母校的献礼。其实在校期间，我们跟着何老师也对不同技术手段和交互方式进行创新和实践探索。在这个过程中呢，我们也经过了大量的理论学习和实践，了解了什么样的这个作品才会被商业买单，怎么样才能够将虚拟现实应用在更多的商业领域中。OK， 接下来这个板块呢是我们做的一些虚拟现实系统的作品。这是一个四缸汽车发动机虚拟组装与考试的系统，其中呢也包括了这个汽车发动机的组装呀、拆卸，还有培训、考核和模拟，这是一套完整的考试系统。像右侧这个是数字化芭蕾集训的一个教学演示系统，它是可以通过桌面虚拟现实的方式来进行交互，学员呢可以在这个里边360度通过反复观看这个舞者的这个舞姿和舞态，然后来进行一个芭蕾舞的训练和学习。接下来给大家看的这个是一个虚拟人体解剖的一个教学，给大家展示一下。大家可以看到右下角，它是可以通过我们的体感来进行交互，作用于对这个人体结构的器官进行一个全方位的展示和学习。接下来这个是我们早期呢通过这个虚拟现实头盔开发的一套虚拟现实心脏的外科系统，它可以用来辅助这个心脏相关疾病的一个检查和治疗。下面这个板块呢是我们通过虚幻引擎开发的一些虚拟现实全景的漫游作品和项目。给大家展示一下这个曾侯乙编钟，这个呢曾侯乙编钟是我国现在发现出土最完整的一套编钟，所以我们想通过数字化的方式呢，能够让它活起来，然后让现代人近距离的然后了解这个编钟的魅力，然后我们并通过技术手段完美再现了它这个一中双音的这个独特音色。然后让大家更深刻的了解我们中国古代的一个文化。地宫探秘这个作品呢，有点类似于我们现在经常玩的密室逃脱，它是一个沉浸式的这样的一个逃脱式的沉浸式探秘游戏。大家可以感受一下，其实在这个作品中，它的神秘感和代入感还是非常强的。然后接下来给大家展示一个是千年活字 VR 虚拟体验馆。这个作品呢是我们从这个活字印刷术的历史起源以及活字印刷术的制作工艺为出发点，然后来进行制作，并用这个虚拟的这个并用虚拟化的这种传播方式和演绎方式呢，将虚拟现实技术与活字印刷术相结合，用这个3维重建的这种方法来制作，构建了这样一个数字的虚拟活字印刷体验馆。然后它是可以进行交互游戏体验的， 也达到了一个寓教于乐的一个效果。这个苏州园林这个森林世界是我们在校期间的一个产学研项目，的其中的一个特种影院的项目，它是一个无设备全沉浸式的球幕呈现。大家可以看一下，这个是游客的体验视角，一个全沉浸式的球幕。好，最后呢，给大家介绍一个儿童益智游戏，Little Star，这个是我们比较成功的一款作品，当时这款游戏在那个 iPad App Store 里，同类型的 App 中排名它是下载量第1的。在这个游戏中呢，我们以儿童最喜欢的方式，然后探索各种不同的形式交互，比如说点击啊、触摸、拼图和重力感应，我们都把它用在里面。然后呢，其实这款作品它成功的最主要的因素呢，其实还在于我们抓住了儿童用户的喜好和心理。其实只要我们了解我们用户的需求、用户的行为和用户的习惯，用户才会喜欢，才会为它买单。这样呢，我们做的这些作品呢，才会真正的发挥它的价值和意义。好，以上就是我对何老师我们学生作品的一些展示和介绍，谢谢各位老师。
感谢，我们最后有请最后一位演讲嘉宾是来自加拿大康考迪亚大学 Dream Stage 研究室的研究主管，中加艺术科技联盟研究部主管福亮先生。他的演讲之后也会展示来自康考迪亚大学美术学院设计与计算机艺术系的学生的作品。下面有请福亮先生发言。
Thank you, Mr. Hui, for your excellent speech and your students' brilliant display. Last but not the least, let's welcome Mr. Fu Liang, Research Director of Miss Dream Stage Labs, University of Concordia, Canada, and Research Department Leader of Canada-China Art Tech, to give a speech. After that, he will also exhibit some of the works from the students at the Department of Design and Computer Art, School of the Fine Arts, Concordia University. Please enjoy.
Thank you, everyone. This is Liang. I'm the head of research department in CCIFF, Canada, China, Tech. Thank you for participating in our VR theme entertainment technology summit. Since my point part is in Chinese, so I will do my presentation in English. 今天因为我的这个大部分的内容是用中文写的，所以我今天用英文给大家做 presentation. Okay. Today I will talking about who we are and what we are doing and anything else about us. This summit is a senior summit supported by the Quebec government. It is a part of implementation of the Quebec Digital Culture Plan. It is a digital media and interactive media. It's innovation and application. So you can see a lot of awesome speakers here. And today is the VR theme. There's the organizer of today's summit, Canada-China Art Tech, Canada-China International Film Festival, Beijing Sinostar Culture Technique, Sandbox Immersive Festival, China Science and Culture Communication Industry, Innovative Pamphlet, and the Jintian Film Industry Park. Okay. CCIT has hosted 5 entertainment technology summits since 2016, replied on the Canada-China International Film Festival platform. Due to the COVID-19 this year, we will change the format of the summit from offline to online. We have already had an interactive media summit, and today is the VR theme. In the future, there will be the summits on the film special effective and games, it will be in the middle of December. We will again to do this in the online form. So if you have interest in it, then just pay attention to our website. More detail will be here very soon. Thank you. Okay. There is, you can see this picture. Yeah, CCIFF is what is. What happened?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Sorry. CCIFF is a non-profit organization to collaboration to culture understanding between Canada and China. CCIFF is the main organizer of the Canada-China International Film Festival and stimulate cultural dialogue between the two nations by connecting stakeholder in the field of art, technology, and digital interactive media. All of the goal of the offer the Canadian and the Chinese artists collaboration opportunity. CCIFF and the Concordia University's research team, My Dreams Judge Research Library, correlation in the multiple film to work together to transfer academic research achievement into commercial products. Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of high technology company and organization, CCIFF partner. Yeah, we want to become a communication bridge between Canada and the Chinese research team, technology company, and the educational organization through our plant. And incubate their innovate idea into partition commercial products. Okay, this is our team. Dr. Song is the founder of our organization. She's also a professor of Concordia University and the chairman of the Canada-China International Film Festival. He is now he is in charge of the high-level decision-making and the director of our organization. Dr. Sigi, he is in charge of supervision the academic research team in our organization and collaborate with the university libraries. And I am in charge of the development and the management of the current research project. Hongjiang is a PhD student and he is currently involved in the development of our current research project. Okay. And this is our operation team. You can see that all of our members is composed to come from the different country. Yeah, it provides strong logistical support for our research project. And CCIFF have many successful collaboration projects with university. For example, this is a new media interactive drama like Shadows. It's our collaboration with the Century Academic of Drama in Beijing and the Concordia University. AIS system is developed by CCIFF, has been deployed in interactive real-time video. In fact, for the 3 phases of the show. Okay. Yeah, this is our system, you can say, and CCIFF and always to take academic achievements out to the library application, commercialization and industrialization as one of our goals. Yeah. This is our collaboration project with Concordia University, VX Studio, Chinese Research Institute of Film, Science and Technology, and the Global Affairs Canada. It's used for real-time motion capture and the software communication of the body surface and the face. Yeah. This is our AR interactive documentation apps. It's developed by CCIFF. Yeah, we can use it to interactive and understand the history of Montreal. And this is apps for Canada, China, International Film Festival. Okay. Yeah, there's some ongoing research project. For example, there is this one is Quebec and Shanghai collaboration. So we work with the Shanghai Symphony and the Shanghai Grand Theater. There's produced, we will use the interactive media to actors from the traditional artist opera, so that we can use the motion capture and the holographic display to display one for virtual actor, and the other one will be in the real-time physical location and interactive together. And another one is also ongoing, working with the TECO China and the Shanghai Symphony for the application 5G plus 8K. We will use the machine learning algorithm to upscaling the radio video to the super resolution. And about research, if you have more interesting, you can contact us. Okay. Thank you. This is my presentation. And the next is the demo show for the student from the Fine Art Department of Concordia University. Okay. Boys and girls, are you ready? It's your turn. So let's go. Okay. Give you.
All right.
Yeah.
So as it has been said, thank you everybody for having us, first of all. As it has been said, we're students from the Computation Arts at Concordia University, and we're a program that focuses on experimenting with innovative ways of creating and interacting with technology and new media. So we've prepared 3 projects for you today that represent a bit of what we do. And the first project is going to be by Charles Rabat.
Thanks, Dana. Yeah, so my name's Charles. First, I just want to thank Professor Song and Mr. Fu for inviting us here again. Super grateful to be here. And yeah, so I'll just get started and share my screen. So I had, so my project's name is There I Was. It's basically a third-person virtual reality experience, a concept of that. So the overview very quickly, it's an installation designed to explore a third-person game mechanics within a virtual reality environment. So I was kind of like conceptualizing how this would look like, and you know, what would it be, and would it be like a successful experience? So the initial concept was to basically use like a drone or a rail camera pin to rotate around a room with a green screen, like a green screen room, and basically feed a camera, live camera feed to a game engine, which keys out the green and basically puts you in the room. However, that would have required quite a bit of work. So this is the realistic implementation. It's just a regular green screen with a virtual reality helmet, which was actually Google Daydream using like a Google Cardboard technology, and just a regular static camera and a green screen. So the steps towards implementation, I just used Unity. I used some open source technologies to get things to work, and some digital assets on the Unity Asset Store to create a rudimentary world to test it out. And I was able to get things functioning and stream things into the game world, as you can see. So the resulting experience was I was able to basically see myself in a third-person view with a virtual reality headset, as if you were playing like Red Dead Redemption or GTA, for instance. So whatever was in the area of the green screen would be seen, reflected, and streamed in the game world. So my cat is just walking around. I'm trying to pick him up. So yeah, this is the basic gist of it as an MVP. So the next logical steps for this would be, how do I map real world interactions to the virtual world? And maybe how do I gamify this and add extra interactivity to it? So this was my project. And how do I escape? Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. So the second project we have is by Xavier Champoux, Nicolas Prudhomme, and myself. Take it away, guys.
All right. So I hope everyone had a wonderful night, fulfilled with wonderful projects. This is our project, MVR, which stands for Music VR. So basically, it's a 3D virtual reality music experience entirely built inside Max, which is a data processing software. And the project consists of an immersive music visualizer that gives the user a personalized and individualized multi-sensorial experience. So the basic workflow works like this. You have your favorite platform, Spotify, for example. You feed it inside Max. Max is going to process everything and output as a 3D virtual environment into your HTC Helmet or whatever virtual helmet. Or you can use also VRidge to output it to your phone.
All right, so I'm going to explain very briefly the main parts of the patch. So, so first we process the sound through independent sound patch. So in real time, we process it, dividing it into four band of frequencies, and then we output panning values for the mid and high frequencies and amplitude all over the frequency spectrum. We also have a kick detector. Next, we send those data to the three main visual parts. So the first part is the bumping shape, which is in the middle of the composition. And it uses vertex and fragment shader to morph the shape and color of the object. The second part is the spatial arrangement, which consists of the cube where the spectator can view the visuals. And then finally, there are particles, movements, and lines, which takes advantage of all the values that we're outputting. So we move the particles according to how the sound is specialized in terms of panning for the mid and high frequencies and amplitude for the four band frequencies.
Yeah, so we have just a glimpse of the project, which doesn't seem to have any sound.
That's a shame.
Oh, well, anyway. So that's the result. Oh. Ah, there you go. So thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. And finally, we have our last project by Xavier Twicamp.
Yes, thank you. Thanks again for Miao and Liang for this wonderful opportunity. I'm really glad to be here. So my project is called named Mind Control, and it's been done by me, Xavier Twicamp, and my partner Cassie Smith. And it's not a VR project per se, but it will explore interesting topics in the realm of brain-computer interface. So Mind Control is an interactive real-time video project controlled via brain-computer interface, or BCI, and it uses machine learning to classify EEG sensor data in real time. The audiovisual component of Mind Control transforms image to particle system in Max, jitter, and the movement of the particle system is a reflection of the user's mental state via the BCI. By maintaining a meditative state, the user is able to control the system, causing the particles to coalesce and reveal the original image. A new image is then automatically loaded and the interaction cycle starts again. So we can see the system a bit. So basically, you just connect the Muse EEG headset, which is a commercial EEG sensor, to the browser via Bluetooth. And inside the browser, I use the ML5, which is a machine learning library, to classify the data into a meditative and an attentive state. And I transfer the data to the visual processing software, which is Jitter via Socket.io. So I have a small demo. Here I have to firstly connect the headset, and the browser is going to get the data. So then I can use my classifier to do a prediction. And with these data, I will, the prediction data, I will control the visuals, which we will see shortly. I had to speed up the video because it's quite a long process. And basically, I try to go into a meditative state and remain calm in order to calm down the particle system. It doesn't always work. It can be hard, but this is what it looks like. And once I get into this meditative state, the image is going to clear out and the system is going to go calm. So yeah, that's basically it.
Awesome. Thank you, Xavier. So that's a wrap for us. Thank you again for having us, and honestly, we're really impressed with all the projects presented tonight.
Thank you, our boys and the girls. Yeah, so I have a benefit summary in Chinese. Yeah, 第一个项目，我们的同学做了一个我在哪里的装置，去探索这个 VR 的环境，用这个第三人称的游戏的一个视角。然后我们第二个 project VR 是一个3D 虚拟现实的一个音乐体验。这个项目呢，包括了一个身临其境的音乐可视编辑器啊，还有一个给用户提供个性化的一个多感官体验的一个一个界面啊。然后最后一个呢是 Mind Control， 是用的一个我们比较这个虚幻一点的这个人机的一个接口啊，通过人机控制的交互方式实施了这个实时的这个视频的一个项目。它通过机器学习，然后对这个 EEG 的这个传感器进行一个实时的分类，然后通过这个分类的数据，然后看到一个我们视觉上看到的效果啊。这个我们用户当处于一个沉思的一个状态的时候呢，我们可以看到这个粒子系统呢慢慢平下来，并且消除了这个图像啊。Thank you, everyone. This is a good job. Yeah. Okay. Back to 青年。
感谢。那个10位专家啊，分别从影视游戏、全景直播、艺术互动、科技文旅、数字城市、康复教育等等不同角度来诠释了 VR 科技应用的新技术、新项目以及未来发展的趋势。我们收获很多。到此要跟大家说再见了。非常感谢大家的一个参与。我宣布中嘉娱乐科技论坛系列2020中嘉 VR 科技高峰论坛圆满结束。感谢各位嘉宾，感谢所有工作人员，感谢各位观众，欢迎大家再次光临，谢谢。
Thank you, Mr. Fu Liang, and your team for your wonderful presentation. And this is the end of this summit. The 10 experts have interpreted the new technologies, new projects, and future development trends of VR technology from different perspectives, such as film and television, panoramic live streaming, art interaction, and technological culture and tourism, digital city, as well as the rehabilitation education. We are super inspired. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of China-Canada VR Technology Summit Forum. Thank you very much for your participation and see you next year. Bye-bye.
We do Q&A.
still have a Q&A, but I think some questions have been answered.
Yes, so there are some questions still, but that's.
I think it's good. And also for our guests, we have the breakout room open. So if you want to stay and chat a bit more, just yeah, feel free to join the breakout room. Yeah, because we will wait for the audience to leave, and if they want to, leave any comments here.
Okay, so then I guess we'll leave the questions maybe for offline.
Yeah,
I have collected some. Thank you, everyone.